Hello everyone. Welcome back to the English coaching class. So you can see on the screen we are continuing the chapter third level. It's part number 3. So hold your nerves. The chapter is not that easy. You think, and people think English is always easy. I say English is not that easy. So you have to hold your nerves. You have to have a patience. You have to have your open mind to understand, to enjoy English. So this is a small platform where English Coaching Center is giving, or English coaching is giving to learn. So wait, watch, and learn this part 3, third level. It's quite enjoyable. Our discussion will continue and within a minute. So before the discussion continues, I want that you the same way subscribe. If you're new user, subscribe my channel and press a thumbs up to my account and the video you are watching. Okay, so within a minute too we'll start our chapter part number 3, third level. In part number 3 we'll continue part 3, part number 3. Okay, hello everyone, hello students. So in our last class we were continuing the chapter third level, and I am teaching you part by part. Third level is part by part. Once I have divided the chapter into 3 parts, where it will be very easy to elaborate each line. So I'm giving line-wise explanation. So it will be very easy for you to understand the line-wise explanation. So that's why I have shared you. I have divided the chapter into 3 parts. In a very initial part, part number 1, I have given the informations how the protagonist is the protagonist here. Students, I want to recall to you all the protagonist is Charlie. He is the protagonist and he is himself a narrator. At the same time, we have second character, that is friend of Charlie. Her friend is zaruri hota hai. Okay, and you say so many things. Her friend, other words you use it for your friends. So they are friends. You can dedicate so many things. So here is a friend of Charlie, that is Sam, a psychiatrist friend. The third level, second character, and third character we are here, the wife of Charlie, that is Louisa. And here the major characters, or you can say 3 characters. Here in the beginning, the protagonist, Charlie, narrates it. He's claiming that he has visited 3 levels. So that's why the third level is a chapter name. Third level is a chapter name. Okay. So I have been discussing in the introduction class, that is no part. In the part number 1, I have discussed in the line by line explanation. Introduction class, I have given the introduction about the chapter, characters, meaning, vocabulary part. Everything I have shared you in our introduction class. And in analysis or line-wise explanation, I am just explaining you, and that is in English. I believe it is an English class, and that need to be taught to you. The mode of language or communication should be in English. So that if someone is speaking English, and if you're listening for long hours, your English listening capacity will be developing. And if it is English listening capacity will be developing, and similarly you can speak, your speaking capacity, or you feel so you can speak. So that is the secret. You must learn to English should be taught in English, not the other teachers who follow to teach in their local language. So if it would be any other subject, I would have accepted it, but it is English, and teaching of English must not be in any other subject. So believe me, I hope you will be enjoying, and the introduction I have shared you, I have asked what to do. So and the page number 4, we were stuck, means I have taught you last till page number 4. Let's come down to the page number 4 of your textbook. Hold up, open your textbook, open the Vistas, and we have completed till the page number 4, where the narrator was interested to go to the Galsburg, as it was very calm and peaceful place, and before when there was no world war. And the world war happened here in the lines we are able to see to be back there in the first world till 20 years of after 20 years will be coming the first world war, and world war II over 40 years in future. There's again after 40 years in future after that, and 2 tickets for that. So you want to visit to the what Galsbach, Illinois, his destined place, his dream place he want to visit. So that's why he want that he need 2 ticket for Galsberg, Illinois, and he want to visit. So he is in the third level. Okay, so we have done here till page number 4. Little bit talk I have done it, little bit information we have shared it, we have discussed it, and now comes to the page number 5. We are coming to the page number 5. Okay, so we'll start from here. So when he is at the station, so I have shared you when he is at the station. So which station? He's in the station means third level, and where he is thinking that he has reached. He has reached where? He has reached to the Galsberg. Means in the 1894 when there was a system. What was the system? It was in 1894, and the system, the old system was there, has been adapted. The people are looking, they dress up everything in old style. So that's why he's looking to the people there. The clerk figured the fare, means the clerk was collecting the figure, means the ticket counter. He's talking about the ticket counter. Okay. He glanced as to my fancy headband. Okay, he's looking toward the fancy headband. And in the olden days, we talked in our last class previously how they used to wear their hat. And the clerk figured the fare. The clerk who was going to take the fare, he glanced at my fancy headband. He looked towards my headband, but he figured the fare. So means he is looking towards the fare, the money, the amount he gave to him. I had enough for 2 coach tickets one way. Means 2 coach tickets. Means 2 people will be traveling one way. Means they will be going from there where they are from that location to Galsberg, Illinois. Okay, means from the central to the Galsberg, Illinois. But when I counted out the money and looked up the clerk was staring at me when he started taking out the money, and he started counting, and he was giving towards that man, the clerk, and he was staring at looking towards the narrator, the protagonist, Charlie. He nodded at the bills. Means he nodded at the bills. He just shake it, man. Means when you do your purchase, I hope all of you go to the market, you do purchase, you go to the shopping malls, you collect the bill, and you pay for the bill. Similarly, this man is, and that earned money minister. Underline that this sentence in your textbook. Okay, what he is saying, that aunt money minister, Mr. Okay, so that aunt money means this is not that money. He said it. He refers to whom? The clerk is saying this is not the money what you are giving. And if you are trying to scheme me, you won't be very far. Okay, you are trying to play with me, fool with me, you won't be very far. I'll be throwing you into the good place. I'll give you a good lesson. Okay, if you're playing with me. Okay, so don't try to play with me. And he glanced at the cash drawer beside him. He tried to look towards the cash drawer beside him. Means near the side of the clerk, he was having the cash drawer. He was trying to glance the money. The narrator or the protagonist was trying to see the money what he was talking about. Of course, money was old style bill. Okay, the man, what the clerk was having, he was having a old style bills, half again as big as the money we use nowadays. Okay, half again as big as money we use nowadays. Nowadays, what is the money they are using? Half again big, means it is double of that. And at present, what they're using, there's a small size of money. In the olden days, the money size was big. The means currency we are talking about. Okay, it was different looking, and it was even different looking. I turned away and got out fast. Instead of coming in trouble, he left the place immediately and started running away. There's nothing nice about jail even in 1894. And he's thinking that in 1894 things are not nice even, and jail are, I hope so the jail won't be nice, so he won't want to go to jail. So that's why he starts running away from that place, otherwise he'll be thrown inside the jail because of giving a wrong currency to the clerk at the ticket counter. Okay, so I hope so students were able to get till here. Okay, in our last class we have stopped in the page number 4, and today in our today's class we have started from the page number 5, and we have completed our paragraph, and we'll start to the next paragraph. And that was that I left the same way I came. Means that means from that day onwards he left it and he came back. I left the way I came, I suppose. He left the same way, and as he get in and he immediately returned back. Next day, during lunch hour, I drew $300 out of the bank. So what did he do next day? What he has done? I drew $300 from out of the bank. He has collected $300. Nearly all we had it and bought old currency. Means with an exchange he has done it. He has given the new currency $300 and got the old currency. That really worried my psychiatrist friend. Means just mark it down. Here it is given in a text in a bracket. That was worried for the psychiatrist friend. You can buy old money at almost your coins dealer, at almost any coin dealers, but you have to pay a premium. Okay, means with a premium you have to give a charge, and with the charge amount you can collect the old currency from the what any coin dealers, the dealers those are having coin, from them you can collect. The psychiatrist friend suggested him. Okay, so my $300 bought less than 200 in old style bills. Whatever the old style bills he has collected, it got reduced to how much? Less than 200. Okay, it become less than 200. It become less than 200. So, but I did not care. Eggs were 13 cents and dozen in 1894. And that's why, see, at the present day when we purchase egg, a single piece of egg cost me about 6 rupees. And in the olden days, and in 6 rupees we used to get a dozen. Means as the centuries back we are talking about, or more than that, in 6 rupees we used to get. So similarly, he is talking that in 1894, as my bill is decreasing to 200 old style bills, means he's exchanging $300 from the bank and he's getting 200 and less than that. And he's giving the example. And in that time, eggs were also less. Eggs were 13 cents in 1894. Okay, it doesn't cost much. But I have never again found grants, and I have never, see the paragraph change here, the paragraph ends here. What happened immediately when he was caught, he was doing something wrong in third level, he returned back, he informed the psychiatrist friend about the currency, he took the currency change, and he gave it the example in 1894 the eggs were also very less charge. That's why it won't be difficult to use the currency of $200 old bills in 1894. But I have never again found the corridor that leads to the third level at Grand Central Station, although I have tried often. So after that, practically, when he tried it, it was in a virtual world and practical world. So when he was there in the mind, conscious mind and subconscious mind, what we talk about. So I have never, means here in those lines I have been saying in the previous classes, when in the part 1 and part 2 giving the examples late, there was probably, means there was no confirmation with his words, and now we see there's some confirmation. I have never, when you say I have done it, means you give a claim that you have done it. So I have never again found the corridor that leads to third level at Grand Central Station, although I have tried often enough. Means from the next time onwards, he has tried a lot of time, but he never ever to get third level. Means he's never able to see third level, because in a real world, in a practical world, there was no existence of third level. But he tried it. As he was there, he traveled, he was tired, he was late from the office. He was thinking that yes, he is going to the third level. Okay, so wait for the suspense. Suspense is going to come. There's some suspense in the chapter, and we'll come to the next paragraph here. Luisa was pretty worried. See, I told you, I mean, the introduction part of the chapter, Luisa, a very simple girl, very honest one. At the same time, is a simple, can be easily be pulled by others. So similarly, sometimes that happens. Not regular simples are always pulled, but sometimes it happens often. So Luisa was pretty worried when I told her all this, and did not want me to look for third level anymore. She advised, as she is a simple lady, she advised that not to go for check anymore for the third level. And after a while, I stopped. So after trying for some days, he stopped. Who stopped? The night I said, I stopped. He did not try for going to the third level. I went back to my stamps. Where did he go? He went back to his stamps, his collection of stamps. But now, we were both looking every weekend. Underline it here. We both were looking every weekend, because now we have proof third level is still there. Okay, so they have proved that still third level is still there. My friend Sam Wiener disappeared. Means I was saying the full Sam, psychiatrist friend Sam, is the full name of the Sam here has been given. Sam Wiener, and disappeared. Nobody knew where, but I sort of suspected, because Sam's a city boy. He's a city boy, and I used to tell him about Galsburg. Okay, so but I sort of suspect, and Sam, a city boy, I used to tell him about Galsburg. I went to school there, and he always said he liked the sound and place, and that's where he's all right in 1984. Okay, what is happening? Try to see the suspense, tragedy, change that is happening towards the last. That's why I'm taking pause, trying to make these ideas more clear for you here in these lines. Okay, my friend here. Okay, here in the lines here, what is happening? So Luisa stopped him, restricted whom? The narrator, his husband, not to go to search. But now we both are looking every weekend. Means they are looking for the same means they are going for search whether there is an existence or not. Every weekend, regularly now they're not going. Now we have proof that third love is still there. So this friend means Charlie's friend Sam Winner and Sam's friend Charlie. So Charlie is sharing everything to Sam. My friend Sam Winner disappeared. Nobody knew where. After a while, this man disappeared. Okay, this man disappeared. He went off. He was not able to get it. But I sort of suspected, because Sam is a city boy. There was a doubt. Sam was a city boy, and I used to tell him about Galsburg. Galsburg, destined a place, desirable place, imaginative place of 1894. Still, the place is there. The thing might be changed. And he was describing the beauty of Galsburg as it was there in 1894. 1894, who used to live? Charlie's grandfather used to live. Charlie was there in 1894 as a small boy, and he has lots of memories, and he has collected lots of stamps. He has collected a lot of information of 1894. That's why he want to escape, and he want to go to 1894, where things were different. And at present, Galsburg would be different, thinking in his mind. That's why he did not think of going to the present Galsburg. He was thinking to go to the old Galsburg of 1894. That's where the mind, what was there, the subconscious mind, While returning, the same thing came to his mind. But what happened? There's a twist here. The same information was always shared by his, to his psychiatrist friend, who was a city boy. I used to tell him about Galsburg. I went to school there, and he always said he liked the sound of the place, and that's where he is, and that's where he is all right in 1894. Means he has visited to 1894, because one night, means he's giving again the claim, again giving the reasons. Here there is existence of third level. It means third level here doesn't means the level through which he passed. Third level here I'm trying to connect to it. There is the existence of Galsberg. Okay, it's still there. But he went to that passage, to the subconscious mind. That's where the narrator is failing. Because one night, fussing with my stamp collection, I found, well, do you know what a first day cover is? Just I'll explain you. First day cover already we have witnessed. Here, what is first day cover? See, people have the habit, just let me watching movies. Who is a fan of Salman Khan, who is a fan of so many different Bollywood and Hollywood heroes, heroine. His or her movie is released, they go, pay their visit to watch first day, first show, and enjoy the movie. They keep the tickets. I have seen, show the proof they have watched the movie, because they are the fan. They present themselves. Yeah, they have enjoyed the movie. They like the movie. Similarly, those who have a habit of collecting stamps, is known as philately. I told you in our last class. Well, do you know what is a first day cover is? Similarly, first day cover, when the stamp is released, okay, when the stamp is released, people have the habit to collect a stamp in the same first day when it is released. And see what is collected. So when a stamp is issued, stamp collector buys some and use them in a mail envelopes to themselves on the very first day of sale. When it is collected, they ask them in their letter, it is written, and they are sent to their address as per written, but it is not really sent. The address has been written on the envelope, and it is as if they have received it, they have purchased it from the post office, and the postmark proves the date. There's a seal has been given, the mark has been given, and that give the proof that no, they have collected on this. The envelope is called a first day cover. Where in that envelope they collected is called a first day cover. So they are never opened. That envelope is never opened, and you just put blank paper in the envelope, and it is kept. That envelope is kept as a blank paper. Okay, so why it is kept as a blank paper? Because it's a first day cover, where cover first day cover, and on that stamp is collected on that envelope, and nothing is inside. That's why the blank envelope is kept as the proof of first day they have collected the first day stamp, and they keep it as a proof, and that is their way of collecting the stamps. Similarly, so this is the word about the first day cover he's talking. And what happened there that night, among my oldest first day covers, what he's talking about, my oldest first day covers, I found one that should not have been there. What? This first day cover means envelope, it should be empty. Nothing should be there inside the envelope. But there it was. There was something inside the envelope. It was there because someone had mailed it to my grandfather at his home in Dalsburg. It was there inside that, and someone has made it to his grandfather in Dalsburg. That's what the address on the envelope said. The address on the envelope said it. It was declaring that someone has sent it, and that's why it was highlighting there. And it had been there since July 18, 1894. In that time, they have been, that envelope had been kept, or first day cover had been kept. The postmark showed that, yet I did not remember at all. The stamp was 6 cent, dull brown with the cover, with a picture of President Garfield during that time. Garfield was the president, and on his name, the stamp was issued. Naturally, when the envelope came in granddad in the mail, it was right into his collection and stayed there till I looked it out and opened it. Means from that time, means it was received to the grandfather. From that time, this man has kept it this first day. Okay, got it clear? Means it was this envelope, first day cover envelope. It was made, someone has made it, and it was of grandfather's. As this is the hobby of the grandson, Charlie, and so this is kept by the Charlie, the same envelope. But till I took it out and opened it. Means even one day he took it out and opened it. The paper inside wasn't blank. It was the paper. It was kept inside. It wasn't a blank paper. Some written paper was kept inside. It read means it was inside the paper. The letter was kept inside the envelope. The address 19 941. I'm underlining it. It will be easily and clear to you. You can see it even. 1941, Villard Street, Galsburg, Illinois, July 1894. This was the letter he received it. Charlie. Who is that? Whose name it has been written? Charlie. See, in 1894, someone will write the letter to grandfather. The picture have been given President Garfield. And you can understand easily that if someone has written letter to the father, okay, someone has written a letter to the father, and how come it will be coming to the uh, Charlie? And here it is written to the Charlie. I got to wishing that you were right. I got to the believing you are right. And Charlie, it is true. I found the third level. I have been here 2 weeks, and right now, down the street at the Dally's, someone is playing a piano, and there are all out on the front porch singing. Sing Nelly home, and I am invited over lemonade. Come back, Charlie and Luisa. Keep looking till you find the third level. It's oath it, believe me. So the same world as there is a place, Carlsberg. Similarly, this letter he has received it, giving the proof that his friend Sam has paid his visit or he has visited there, and he has inserted inside that letter and he has mailed it to Charlie. And this is the note signed by Sam. At the stamp and coin store I go to, I found out the Sam bought $800 worth of old style currency. He has also bought the $800 old currency that ought to set him up in nice little hay and feed grains business. So his desire when he is going to Galsburg, see, people have the desire when they'll become old, they'll have to open a farm in the village and they will want to have a much tension in their life. They'll enjoy the calm and peaceful life. Similarly, leaving a city boy, living in a city for the long days, listening about the peace of the village, Galsburg. So similarly, he want to go and have, he set up his business. So he have a feed grains business. So he has set up their business, he has visited there. He always said that's what he really wished and he could do. So that was his wish, he could do it. He certainly can't go back to his old business. Okay, he certainly can't go back to his old business. Not in Galsburg, Illinois in 1894. His old business. Why Sam was my psychiatrist friend. Okay, why Sam was my psychiatrist friend. So here the chapter gives a different note. He does not give a question mark. See, when you raise a question here there is a question. His old business, he doubt. No, what was his old business? He gives a question mark. There's a doubt. And why Sam was my psychiatrist friend? He does not give it. Sam is his psychiatrist friend. Psychiatrist was helping him, trying to overcome from the problem. He overcome from the problem, and finally he went to the Galsburg, the place known as Galsburg exists in the present world, and he's going to the place, and he wants him. He invites him to come up. Third level, what he was talking there is a peaceful land, but he did not go really directly to, as this man was thinking from the third level. He went it in a real world. Okay, so that's why this letter makes him confused, gives him, claims him there's existence of third level, existence of Galsburg, existence of that beauty, existence of that peace, what was it talking about? And this at the end, Charlie, the narrator, the writer, makes a confusion. So here we comes to an end of a beautiful chapter, that is a third level, written by Jack Finney. Jack Finney, a scientist. A scientist, we can say, why I told a scientist, means he's a love of science man of science, and he is not an English writer. I say he's the one who belongs to England, and they are known as the English writer. The one who belongs to America is American writer. The one who belongs to India, Indian writer. So he's an American writer. And why I said it a scientist, again I'm leaving my note here, because he loves science and he has written a science fiction. Traveling to past. So desire to travel to past, and in the same way, time travel, he has used it. He has in a mind that it is happening. So this is all about the chapter third level, written by Jack Finney. Okay, so I hope students you have enjoyed the chapter third level by Jack Finney. Okay, and in the next class, and there's a questions in a textbook. So many, what does the third level refer to? So many short questions are there. Go, my advice for you, read the short text thoroughly, try to solve the short questions. Next class, again I'll be coming up with the recapitulation. You know, my students, I recapitulate the event, so I'll be recapitulating, and there I'll be discussing the question answers. I'll be giving some extra questions to you. So be awaited, hold your nerves, sit, enjoy reading, enjoy uh, enjoy your text, enjoy writing the answers, and wait for the recapitulation session, where I'll recapitulate the chapter, whole chapter. I'll summarize the chapter. Where some confusion will be there, you can ask me in my next discussion class in a recapitulation session, and definitely I'll be giving you the question answers, again short questions, again other questions discussion, and you can join and enjoy. Okay, because this is a third level, definitely it's not a small chapter, it's a big chapter. It's not an easy fiction, it's a fiction. It's not a reality, it's a real, it's not a real happening. It's a fiction, it's imaginative. It's a we connective or connecting some different thing. So it's imagination. So it's not a real part, as that it's giving the information from the flamingo. It's a real life happening to one here. Same. It's imaginative, and just what in non-detail, that is a detailed studies. Flamingo, Vistas, non-detail. It's a imaginative part. So that's why it's again with the same picture, time travel, time journey. Again the same sub points I'll be trying to connect to you. Just intervening of reality and fantasy, time intersection, escapism as a psychological review, concept on imagination, search for happiness in life, role of a friend in getting peace and happiness, desire to stay in past for peace, security, and serenity. So this is the sub-concepts, everything we are covering in the chapter. Same picture. Similarly, we come to an end of our chapter, that is third level. And same way, time is important. Time is precious. Precious if as our life, our breath. So use your time. Watch video, like my video, subscribe my channel, share to your friends, join in YouTube, enjoy the part-wise chapter. Definitely, it will be there next. Our recapitulation will be enjoying within a day or two. So I want my students. So if you have any updates, any suggestions, any message, you can personally connect to me. Definitely, I'll be very pleased. I'll be very obliged to make you understand, and I'll try to clear your concepts. Okay. So if you have any issues, you can message me right now in the chat. I will be helping you, and I'll be solving your issues. Okay. Or personally, you can try to connect to me in my, so many ways are there to connect to me. So be connected, and we'll be helping to each other in development in this pandemic situation. So in the problem world, just connection will solve our problems. So students, if you have any issues, please be connected with me, and I'll help you out with your problems. So if you have any doubts from the chapter, again message me, I'll clear your doubts. This is not that easy. When the syllabus was changed, this chapter was not there in the previous syllabus. The new syllabus came up. This chapter is included third level. So enjoy the third level. And if you have any doubt, anything, the chapter comes to an end. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. And don't forget to subscribe my new users. And don't forget to like my video. Okay. Bye bye. All of you take care and wait for the recapitulation session. Bye bye. And wait for the discussion of question answers even. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye, all of you. Thank you, students. Okay. The session comes to an end here. Bye.